Progressive presents Adjusting to the Suburbs.
It never dawned on me how much walking I used to do until I bought a house in the suburbs. Like when I'd say, I'm going for coffee, of course I was walking, but now it's like 3 miles and no latte's worth that. I find myself inviting people on walks with me like it's a scheduled activity. This morning, my neighbor asked me what I'm doing, and I actually said, I'm going for a walk with Nancy.
Anyway, when you save with Progressive by bundling your home and auto, that's the easy part of adjusting to the suburbs. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided and serviced by affiliates and third-party insurers.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, perfect for seeing Taylor Swift The Eras Tour. Presented by Capital One. Oh, I do love her. Earn 5 times miles on flights and 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel.
Enjoy your stay in Suite 13.
Whoa, 13? That's Taylor's lucky number. The Venture X card from Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
What's up, free podcast listeners? I have a sample from the Patreon. This time, Lost Zane Recordings FREEview. Lost Zane Recordings is released in order all of my years on the radio on 107.3 WBBL. I had just been cut loose from Free Beer and Hot Wings. I was trying to establish my own show. It lasted about 2 years and 9 months. I enjoyed my time there. It was a lot of fun, a lot of hard work, put a lot of energy and effort into it. Just didn't work out. Just did not work out. But anyway, I'm releasing these shows 2 a week on Patreon. patreon.com/Eric Zane. You had my time with Julius, and then Ben came on, and then Ben eventually was the co-host of the show. We're covering it all on the Patreon. This is a FREEview from the latest edition that I just posted. We're having a discussion about tannerite, which is that stuff you buy, that hillbillies buy, and then they shoot it and it explodes or some shit. People had been blowing it up locally, and everyone was freaking out. So we had a discussion about that, took some phone calls, Julius, Ben, and myself. These shows on Patreon are part of the 11 shows that I drop a week on that platform, patreon.com/Eric Zane. It's ad-free, listener-supported. So if you want more podcasting, there you go. $5 or $10 a month is all it costs. And the money raised from Patreon, I am donating it. Every penny of it, all of your dollars goes directly donated to me. Thank you so much. If you've given in the past and supported the Patreon, I'd like to say it's a fair trade. $5 or $10 a month for all that content. Try it out for 1 month. If you like it, you can convert it to a yearly, and I will reduce the cost by 10%. If not, that's okay, too. I just appreciate you trying it. Hell, I just appreciate you listening to the FREEview. That's awesome, too. Thank you so much for checking it out. Enjoy the rest of it at patreon.com/Eric Zane. Here you go.
Yesterday, we talked about the story about how there was an unexplained explosion that was heard in Kent County. It starts with the audio of the explosion. Now, the audio of this explosion was all it took for Julius to say, this is the dumbest thing ever.
Yes.
But you have to...
I believe I said slow news day.
You have to understand, though, that it was a big deal for a lot of people because it was unexplained. There was a lot of calls to 911. And the audio that we're hearing is from miles away from the camera. The explosion and the camera are separated by a long distance. So, yes, this sound makes it seem like, what? Why are we even talking about this? But a lot of people called, and they finally have figured out what has happened.
So every time a dump truck backfires, I should call 911 now.
No, it wasn't nearly. It was much louder than that.
Oh.
It was much, much louder than that because it was explosives, and they have figured out what the problem was. Hillbillies.
Is it coming yet?
No, that was it. Oh.
That's the sound of a loud boom many people in southern Kent County heard Saturday night around 8:30.
Shook my house, and there's been a lot of
I hate ZZM.
Speculation on what caused.
Why do you hate ZZM? I have a lot of friends that work there.
I know.
And they don't know why you have such an aggression towards them.
Because
He just said it shook my house, and you said, I hate ZZM.
It was just a tongue-in-cheek, but it's like watching Anchorman.
No, they're fine.
A little hokey.
No, I like them.
Shook my house, and there's been a lot of speculation on what caused that sound. WCCM 13's Megan Bunchman, she's been chasing down this story, joins us now with the latest.
That loud boom actually happened in Byron Center during a bachelor party.
Byron Center? That's a pretty fair distance to be hearing it that loud.
Private gun range. Now, I spoke with the grandparents who lent their property to their grandson Saturday night. They confirmed that the boys were just having a good time, firing off their guns in a field near 68th Street and Wilson Avenue.
Okay, so bachelor party, they're firing off their guns, and Grandma and Grandpa said, all right, yeah, you can use the field for the bachelor party.
Field near 68th Street and Wilson Avenue. It turns out that the men were using tannerite, an exploding target kit that can be purchased at any sporting goods store.
Okay, so what is it only used to shoot at and blow stuff up? Is that what tannerite is? Does anybody know anything about tannerite? 800.
You're the gun guy.
I don't know. I just shoot it to. I'm a self-defense guy. I don't shoot at tannerite. 800-785-1073. If any of our hillbilly listeners can clue us in as to what's going on with tannerite, or has any information about shooting the explosive.
And if this is a common thing, wouldn't we be hearing stuff like this all the time?
Well, I want to do it now.
Field near 68th Street and Wilson Avenue. It turns out that the men were using tannerite, an exploding target kit that can be purchased at any sporting goods store. Neighbors tell me they heard a total of 3 booms, the second one being the loudest of those booms.
Okay, that's when they did the first one, and then they said, all right, this one was loud, but let's really amp it up. Let's put another pound or two up over there. We'll blow it up. And then the third one, they didn't have enough for it to be, so it kind of like, was lackluster on the third one.
That explosion was heard at least 3.5 miles away. No one was hurt in the incident, but the homeowners did make their grandson apologize to nearby neighbors.
Now, Jimmy, you gotta go apologize.
You didn't tell me you were going to be blowing things up. Now get over to Farmer Joe's and tell him you're sorry for spooking the mule. That sounds like a hell of a bachelor party.
Okay, you get a box of food showing up at your door from HelloFresh. Best day ever. You're like, oh, man, I cannot wait to open that thing up. That amazing packaging that keeps everything cold and fantastic. You pull out the meals. You're right. We're going to eat like queens and kings at this household with these meals from HelloFresh. Best day ever. Bonus, you get 65% off that box plus free shipping. Oh, my God. HelloFresh has never had a deal like this, and it's only because you are a listener of the Eric Zane Show podcast. HelloFresh.com/Zane65 and use the code Zane65. You get 65% off plus free shipping. That's incredible. HelloFresh.com/Zane65 and then use the code Zane65 for 65% off plus free shipping. Man, I'm telling you, this is life-changing. The food shows up at the door, everything laid out perfectly. If you know how to read, then you know how to cook amazing meals for your family. Okay? Problem if you don't know how to read. Track down someone in your inner circle who knows how to read, and they will help you. That's how simple this is. HelloFresh, the absolute best fast and fresh recipes. HelloFresh's latest line of meals featuring robust flavors and filling portions are ready in less than 15 minutes. Enjoy taste and quality done quick with recipes like, get this, falafel power bowls. What? Seared steak and potatoes with béarnaise sauce. I had to practice saying that. Or Southwest pork and bean burritos. You'll find quality ingredients in HelloFresh's recipes. In fact, ingredients travel from the farm to your home in less than 7 days, so you know they're fresh. Okay? Again, go to HelloFresh.com/Zane65. Use code Zane65 for 65% off plus free shipping. Check it out. HelloFresh. Eric Zane for HelloFresh. You're going to save 60% on Eric Zane for HelloFresh. You're going to save 60% plus free shipping. Pay attention. Here are the options for you. Take the family out to eat, and then you're bankrupt by the end of the month. That's out. Okay, I'm going to plan a bunch of meals. I'm going to do research, hours on end, go to the store, buy all this stuff. Somebody's going to crash into my car. I'm going to get home. Nobody's going to like it because I didn't do the recipe right. The instructions weren't clear. It goes to waste in the fridge. Blow even more money. And then everybody thinks you're a terrible preparer of meals. Or you can call upon America's #1 meal kit, HelloFresh. I would just like you to try this. You know, I mean, we go way back, you and I. So just try this just once. Go to HelloFresh.com/Zane60, and then you'll use the code Zane60 for 60% off plus free shipping. So the box comes to your door after you make the various checks of what you like and how much food you actually want to get, and then let it play out. It comes to your door. The instructions are perfect. They're on individual cards. All of the portions are measured so that nothing goes to waste. You plate the food, you pass it along to the family at the table, and they're like, this is fantastic. I am not kidding you. It is a life game changer. HelloFresh. Again, you go to HelloFresh.com/Zane60 and use the code Zane60, and that's 60% off plus free shipping. Now, this offer does not last forever, so now is the perfect time. As I'm talking to you, log on, do it, sign up, and then get ready to have some fun and be admired by your family and friends. And make sure you tell me how it goes. Reach out to me on email or whatever. Scream at me when I'm running down the street and tell me that I was right, because I am right. HelloFresh is fantastic. I swear by it. I love these folks. HelloFresh.com/Zane60 and use the code Zane60 for 60% off plus free shipping. They didn't become America's #1 meal kit by doing anything other than being the best. Thank you, HelloFresh.
Did you know that yearly Medicaid renewals will start again soon? This means millions of people who were enrolled in Medicaid during the pandemic may no longer be eligible for coverage. If this may impact you, the good news is you have options. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield can help answer your questions so you can find an affordable health plan for you and your family. We want you to feel confident you're covered. Click to learn more. Policy exclusions and limitations apply. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Community Insurance Company.
Does it?
I guess. I don't know. Hey, man, what do you want to do for the bachelor party? We can get strippers.
Let's get some hookers.
And hookers. No. I got a better idea. We're going to sit around and stare at each other and drink beer and blow stuff up. Actually, that sounds better. I can't think of anything I would want to be around less than a bunch of dudes staring at a chick looking, taking off her clothes. It's just completely awkward. I've never been.
Hey, Brad, turn your head.
Hold on a second here. Hey, can I say your name? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's legal. I mean,
this is Major Prince. He's retired from the United States Army. And
yes.
You're listening in Holland. Prince, tell me about it.
Tannerite is about the size of a, I don't know, you think like a little Gatorade small powder thing.
Yeah.
Probably about 24 ounces. And it looks almost like white styrofoam before they make it into styrofoam, all little balls. And then they have a little packet. It kind of looks like gunpowder. And you open up that packet, put it into little white dots, and shake it up for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
And then you have to shoot it with, well, there's different types, but usually you have to shoot it with a rifle from at least 100 yards away. And it's like blowing off like 2 or 3 sticks of dynamite at once. Like it's unreal that it's legal. I've talked to police officers, but it's because it's hard to set off. I mean, you got to make a pretty good shot.
So from that far away, but with that amount of explosives, you can't be near it. So I'm shocked that you can just head up to Dick's and get some explosives. You know?
And you would be. I mean, shooting guns is fun. You know, when you're just shooting because of the explosion of the gun and hitting your target and stuff.
Right.
But if you've never made something explode before, I mean, that's why I joined the Army, is to blow stuff up.
Blow stuff up.
Right?
Blow stuff up.
It was it's a lot of fun. You'd enjoy it, and it's like $6 or $7 a shot. But there's videos on YouTube of guys putting 150 pounds in an old barn and shooting it, and the barn is just gone. Like it's kindling at the end of it.
I'm really surprised that this is a thing. Now, Prince, in your last at your last residence, you had plenty of room and opportunities to be able to blow this stuff up. Where you're at now, do you still have that luxury?
No, I don't have a gun range on my property now, but I did shoot tannerite on my old property a couple times, and my wife would say, "Why is the house shaking?" And it's that powerful. And one day I was doing a pistol class when we had that earthquake.
Yeah,
I don't know if
I
it was
remember.
a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. And my wife thought I'd set off tannerite again, but it was an earthquake. So she's like, "Steve, why is the house shaking again?"
Yeah,
like, it wasn't me; it was God, I guess.
Hey, Prince, are you still and you're still teaching the gun safety course for concealed carry, aren't you?
Yes, Prince Arming on Facebook and princearming.com.
Okay, so like Prince Charming, Prince Arming, Steve Prince on Facebook. All right, buddy.
Absolutely.
All right. Talk to you soon. Thanks, Prince. This is Dylan. He's another tannerite hillbilly expert in Muskegon.
Yeah, I didn't hear all of hillbilly number one there, but yeah, tannerite, what it's originally used for is long-range shooting. You just put a little bit on the bullseye so you can tell if you hit it from a long-range distance. But if you put it in bigger packages, yeah, it makes a big bang. Yeah, but it's a completely stable product until you mix it together with the other solution, which I'm not going to say. Yeah. You can figure that out for yourself on tannerite.com, where you can order it. They'll ship it directly to your house because it's that stable. Oh. But you can put it in the cake pan. It's not combustible. So you shoot it with a high-power rifle, anything over, I believe it's 2200.
What's keeping some of you hillbillies from mixing that up in a 55-gallon drum, like you and your other hillbilly friends pooling your money together and buying a giant tannerite bomb, and then you shoot it from however far away?
Whoa. We don't use the word bomb. That's a little ridiculous. It's just fun. It's just fun to make a big bang. You don't need a 50-gallon drum of it. I mean, you've seen the idiot online who shoots the tractor filled with tannerite from 25 yards and gets shrapnel in his leg.
Oh, okay.
That's why you don't fill up 55-gallon drums with stuff. It makes a big bang, but you don't need it in a drum. You can put it in a cake pan and shoot it.
I understand
and it makes a big bang.
I'm just surprised that they would give people that much wiggle room with explosives, because somebody's going to always be like, well, let's do more. Let's do more. Let's do more,
There's idiots out there everywhere. I'm not sure why they do it, but, like I said, it's a stable product until you mix it. Once it's mixed with its, other partner, then it becomes,
I see.
It's amazing.
So,
all right, buddy. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. Thanks, Nick.
800-785-1073. You can email Eric at ericzaneshow.com.
You could put that in a big oil drum and cause serious damage.
Yeah. Where did you get the idea about an oil drum?
Well, because it's metal.
Yeah. Well, we just talked about that.
Interesting. I was thinking
we just talked about a 55-gallon drum.
No, I understand that, but I was thinking at first one of those plastic drums that Walter White put all the money in.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
But I was like,
wait, hold on.
Because you don't see many metal drums anymore. Or at least I don't. I just see the plastic ones.
Right.
But if it was metal, that shrapnel could wreck something.
For sure.
What isn't that what Timothy McVeigh used?
Well, he was a fertilizer bomb. Yeah, is it really? Hey, basically what you have there is Tim McVeigh and the Nichols dude are like, hey man, we almost got this thing ready. The icing on the cake. You head over to the sporting goods store and get me some tannerite, and then we'll be good to go.
Okay, that's it. My free view of the Lost Zane Recordings full show, patreon.com/Eric Zane. You have a good one. Thanks for your time and checking this out. Till next time, bye-bye.
Did you know that yearly Medicaid renewals will start again soon? This means millions of people who were enrolled in Medicaid during the pandemic may no longer be eligible for coverage. If this may impact you, the good news is you have options. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield can help answer your questions so you can find an affordable health plan for you and your family. We want you to feel confident you're covered. Click to learn more. Policy exclusions and limitations apply. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Community Insurance Company.
Wendy's home-style French toast sticks are so delicious, some are saying that they're better than their mom's breakfast.
Excuse me. Did you just say Wendy's French toast sticks are better than my breakfast?
Mom, is that you?
Answer the question.
I said some people are saying that because they're so crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside and perfect in every way.
Uh-huh. And what do you think?
I think it's time to tell people to choose wisely. Choose Wendy's sweet and crispy home-style French toast sticks.
That's still not an answer.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.